You're watching Global Mystery Bureau, exposing the mysteries the world refuses to explain. Some stories are hidden, some are erased, and some were never meant to be discovered. Welcome to Global Mystery Bureau, where we uncover real-life crimes, unexplained cases, and dark mysteries the world tried to forget. This isn't fiction. This isn't entertainment. This is reality at its darkest. Imagine waking up one morning and realizing something feels wrong. But the evidence? There was none. No fingerprints. No DNA. No weapon. No surveillance footage. It was as if the killer understood the system better than the people trying to stop him. Every crime scene looked almost cleaned. Yet one detail appeared every single time. A folded piece of paper. Placed carefully. Never rushed. Written in dark ink, the message was always the same. You're looking right at me, but you can't see me. Handwriting experts were brought in. They noticed controlled strokes. No panic. No hesitation. This wasn't rage. This was calculation. The timing of the murders raised even more suspicion. The killer always struck when police units were already busy with large operations elsewhere. Almost as if he knew exactly where law enforcement would be, and where they wouldn't. Some detectives quietly shared an unthinkable theory. What if the killer wasn't hiding from the system? What if he was the system? Others believed something even darker. That this wasn't about killing at all. It was about proving a point. That in a world filled with cameras, databases, and surveillance, a human being could still become completely invisible. Then, suddenly, the killings stopped. No arrest. No suspect. No explanation. The case went cold. But the question never did. Is it possible that the most dangerous criminals are the ones we trust the most? The next case begins in a place that should feel safe. A quiet suburban neighborhood. Tree-lined streets. Children's bicycles in driveways. Porch lights glowing at night. Families moved in and moved out just as fast. At first, the complaints sounded harmless. Footsteps in the middle of the night. Soft breathing sounds behind walls. Doors that locked themselves from the inside. Most were told it was stress or imagination. Until one family installed hidden cameras. What they captured was never released publicly. But it was enough for police to finally step in. During the investigation, officers discovered something no one was prepared for. Behind the walls of the house was a network of narrow tunnels. The tunnels connected the home to multiple neighboring properties. Someone had been moving through them silently, watching families sleep, listening to private conversations. For years, no fingerprints were found. No DNA. No clear timeline. And just like that, the tunnels were sealed. The report was classified. The case was closed. No suspects were named. Would you ever feel safe again knowing someone once lived inside your walls? But the most disturbing case of all doesn't involve a town, a killer, or a house. It involves the human mind. In the 1960s, a classified psychological experiment began. Official documents claim it was ended. But survivors tell a different story. Participants later reported losing entire sections of memory. Others remembered childhood events that never actually happened. Some said they felt watched long after the program supposedly ended. One participant described it best. "It's like my thoughts don't belong to me anymore." When journalists requested access to government files, most pages arrived heavily blacked out. Names removed. Methods erased. Results hidden. But one detail couldn't be ignored. Several techniques used in the experiment are still present in modern interrogation and psychological conditioning methods. Which leads to a question that is deeply uncomfortable. How much of what you believe was placed there intentionally? These cases come from different places, different times, different people. Yet they all share one thing. The truth exists. But it's buried so deep that most people will never reach it. Some mysteries aren't unsolved by mistake. They're unsolved because someone benefits from silence. If this story made you uncomfortable, hit like. If you believe someone out there knows the truth, share this video. And if you want more real-life mysteries that feel darker than fiction, subscribe to Global Mystery Bureau. Because the next investigation may already be closer than you think. The truth isn't gone. It's just hidden in the dark. No fingerprints. No DNA. No surveillance footage. At every crime scene, only one thing remained. A handwritten note. It always read the same. You're looking right at me, but you can't see me. Experts analyzed the handwriting. It showed intelligence, patience, and control. The timing of the crimes suggested something even darker. The killer always struck when police were distracted elsewhere. Some detectives believed the killer worked inside law enforcement or within government systems. Others believed something more unsettling. That he wasn't trying to escape detection, he was proving how invisible a human could become. Eventually, the trail went cold. The killer was never identified. Never caught. Is it possible that the most dangerous criminals are the ones hiding in plain sight? In a quiet suburban neighborhood, families moved in and moved out just as quickly. Residents all reported the same things. Footsteps with no source. Breathing sounds behind walls. Doors locking from the inside. Some claimed they felt watched, even when alone. Police were finally called to investigate. What they discovered shocked everyone. Behind the walls was a network of hidden tunnels connecting the house to multiple nearby properties. Someone, or multiple people, had been secretly living inside the walls for years. Watching. Listening. Moving unseen. But despite the discovery, no suspects were ever caught. The tunnels were sealed. The house was sold. The case was officially closed. Would you stay in a house knowing someone might still be watching? In the 1960s, a classified psychological experiment began. Official records say it was terminated. Unofficially, survivors say it never stopped. Participants later reported severe memory loss, false childhood memories, the feeling of being watched for decades afterward. One subject said, "I don't know which thoughts are mine anymore." Government documents related to the project remain heavily redacted. But here's the disturbing part. Some techniques used in the experiment are still found in modern interrogation methods today. Which raises a terrifying question. How much control do you really have over your own mind? These cases share one thing in common. The truth exists, but it's buried deep enough that most people will never see it. Some mysteries aren't unsolved by accident. They're unsolved by design. If this story made you question reality, hit like. If you believe someone out there knows the truth, share this video. And if you want more real cases that feel darker than fiction, subscribe to Global Mystery Bureau, because the next mystery is already waiting. The truth isn't gone. It's just hidden in the dark. Which case disturbed you the most? The vanished town, the invisible killer, the watching house, or the experiment that never ended? Let us know in the comments. Your answer might guide our next investigation.